Hey, everybody. It's Janine from Reclaiming Our Identity. And for this video, I'm outside. It's very befitting that I'm outside for this video. So let me just put this out here. I noticed that there are a lot of things that I have shared when I do my personal videos about our life in Rwanda that may seem to take the negative bend, but I don't intend to be negative. I don't want to be negative. I just want to be fully transparent and forthcoming about everything in our experience. So um, I just feel like it's really important that we share all of the ups and downs, the ins and outs that impact daily life in Rwanda for the people who are considering coming here, those who are interested in visiting, and who are just curious, but particularly, I would say, especially for people who are considering coming to live because it is a wonderful country. It has so many things going for it. So I have to be balanced and do a video just outlining specifically the great, amazing, positive things. Um, but as a mom and a woman and a wife who, and even when we visited, I would say this particular thing I did not notice as significantly as I have since we have been here living for 6 months. So, hey, everybody, here I am again sharing something that I think is really, really critically important. And I also want to say that, like, Maya does not intend to belittle, demean, diminish the beautiful aspects of Africa. Sometimes he'll share some things that just the family needs to know. One particular thing is I saw not too long ago a video where he posted his experience of trying to cross the border from Ghana to Benin, I believe. And there were some African American women on a bus who had passes, and so and he has an amazing channel with lots of wonderful things on there. We're not quite to the level with all of that information, and so all of his good probably far outweighs his bad. But as we're living our experience, I'm just giving it to you as I experience it as we live our day-to-day lives. So, is Rwanda the cleanest country in Africa? Is it the cleanest country on the continent? Have you seen anything to the contrary in your research? Have you seen any YouTube videos that say anything other than the fact that Rwanda is the cleanest country in in on the continent of Africa? You probably have not. We did not. The reason why Rwanda is considered the cleanest country is because the streets they keep immaculate. They sweep daily. You see leaves being picked up. Nobody clutters. They've got trash cans here and there. Not as many as I thought there would be for the country to be as clean as it was. I'm like, I'm walking, I'm snacking. I want to put my trash somewhere. I got to put it in my bag because in some places you don't see trash bags. But they make sure that the streets are clean, the lawns and the gardens are clean in the public areas, even individuals sweeping their driveways and their entrance to their homes and their compounds. The grounds are clean. Okay. They're not playing with that. You're not going to see trash and clutter and debris. You're not going to see grass being cut and clipped and lawn um, garbage. You're not going to see that. The city is clean. There's no dust, no dirt, no fallen trees. If it's fallen, somebody's coming to get it. They're in the process of picking it up. No down lines. No, it in that aspect, it's very clean. But what about the atmosphere? Anybody think to look up? See the gray? So today is, in total honesty, a very cloudy, overcast day. It's been raining a little bit, which for our allergies has been good because it's dampened some things down. A lot of times it's kind of smoggy and gray in the distance where you should be able to see the next hill fairly clearly. S- a lot of times you cannot. And I took some pictures the other day just to see if it was my eyes because I'm getting old, but it's not. So there have been some videos where I posted and mentioned the recommendation to bring allergy medication if you come to Rwanda. And because my family has continued to deal with coughing, congestion, mucus, runny nose, scratchy throat, and itchy eyes, I decided that I would download an app. I would find an app so that I can track and um, keep up with the air quality here in Rwanda. And I can kind of get an idea of what the day is going to feel like for us based on the air quality. So I found an app that I have saved in my health. You know how you can categorize your apps. If you're organized like me, you've got them all categorized and everything. And this app is called Visual. Air Visual. This is not a paid endorsement. That's just the one I found that I liked because I like the way that it identifies the information. And you can select your city or your location. So when I travel, I assume that it will GPS ping me and be able to give me information based on where I am. And I set it so that every morning I'm getting a notification so I can see early before we even get out what the air quality is going to be like. And for several days, no shade, just facts. The air quality here in Rwanda, based on the US Embassy's meter, has been unhealthy. It is red. 153 is the number for Kigali, Rwanda. Um, and I'm going to show you that. There's my proof. It's considered unhealthy. This morning's notification said that for special populations, it is deemed unhealthy. So it was orange, but now, as the day is going on, it is red and it is unhealthy. On this app, you can tap that first page that I showed you and then open it up and it'll give you further detail. It's going to tell you the temperature is 23 degrees Celsius here today. Um, the precipitation or humidity is 64%. And then you can look at the week laid out for a 7-day forecast and get an idea of what it's going to be at different times of the day. So today here, it's got orange and then Monday yellow. So those are lesser health ratings. And so then you scroll down under the 7-day forecast. There's the forecast. And I'm going to scroll and it'll give recommendations. So it recommends that you wear a mask today. That is not crossed out. So it recommends you wear a mask and use an air filter. That last one, an air filter. This one that's crossed out is close your windows to avoid dirty outdoor air. That one they don't recommend today. It's crossed out. So that's not necessary. And then avoid when you're coming to Rwanda, you may, even though COVID is not rampant here, very few cases, if any, you might want to wear a mask so that you can filter out some of the pollutants in the air. And what are the pollutants? Well, this app will tell you that PM 2.5, which is a particulate, a small particle that is inhalable, it floats in the air, you can inhale it and it can actually go into your bloodstream. It is at 59.2 micrograms per meter. I believe that's what that stands for. My science days are long gone as far as school is concerned, but yes. And then it'll give you a history. So you can see there have been several yellow days and several red days. Our past few days have been red and orange. So why is this the case? So Rwanda is the cleanest country in Africa. Why isn't the air clean? Why is it like we are up in LA or Tokyo? Is Tokyo? I don't want to throw any countries under the bus. Singapore, China, somewhere just going up into the air and into the water or what have you. And here, there is not large manufacturing and a lot of industry because it's a very tiny country that's landlocked. It does not have a port. So when we were first visiting, looking for a car and looking for a home, I noticed the cars are much older here. So in the US, there are federal regulations on the age of a car and the emissions that can be output from that vehicle. The older a car is, the more pollutants it can expel into the atmosphere. Here, they're quite old. The majority of the cars are, I would say, and I'm guessing, I would say at least 5 years old, at least. or 10. There are some newer cars here. Of course, the people ship their own vehicles or they order vehicles from China or from Europe and they have them and service vehicles, school buses, public transportation are older. Now, speaking of public transportation, a large majority of the population here uses motorcycles, and there's so many of them. There are lots and lots because it's very expensive to purchase a vehicle since they have to be imported. Cars are very costly. So the majority of the cars on the market are used vehicles that are older. Like I think our car is a 2004, um, I believe. And motorcycles, lots and lots of them, and all around dirt and cement and wire and the really big Department of Transportation type service vehicles. And then like I said, your public transportation throughout the city, the buses and the school buses, they're older and they're pushing out a whole lot of stuff. Now, that's one thing. The other is this is a culture that uses outdoor kitchens for the house help and the staff that supports in residences. A lot of them live on property and there are outdoor kitchens. Even for those who may not have someone to live, most homes are built with an outdoor kitchen. If you have a chef that comes in and just cooks, sometimes they're cooking your indoor kitchen, sometimes outdoor. But heavily in this culture, there are outdoor kitchens and they use charcoal. Sometimes you can see in some of the villages out on the street, there's a hole that's dug in the ground covered with something protective and then charcoal and then a pot, all over some wood timber sticks or something like that. And then they're cooking openly. So that smoke, I met a friend here who's an expat as well, who says she knows for a fact that she is definitely sensitive to the smoke from the cooking of the outdoor kitchens. And there are some instances, although it is not permitted legally, of burning trash and burning leaves and grass. That happens sometimes. And she's like, she called someone one day because her allergies were flaring up, and she said they're burning grass or trash across the street. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, no, they're not doing that. They can't do that because it's not legal. You can't do that. Hey, shalom. Happy first day of the week. It is the first day of the week. That is right. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. First day. Happy first day of the week. Let's get it. Get your week going. I hope you have a good one coming up. But yeah, so the person said, no, certainly they can't be burning because that's not allowed. She said, my sister is wreaking havoc over here, and I know that means it's some smoke in the air. Let me go look. Let me go see. She goes out. Sure enough, smoke is up in the air. So she called the back, let them know, and they came and they dealt with it. There are kind of like commissioners in the sectors in the villages. You just call and report a problem to them, and they can handle those things if they're really on their job and they're good about it. So that's the other thing. The age of the cars means that there's more emissions. The motorcycles, and there are lots and lots and lots of motorcycles and all that exhaust coming out of them. Outdoor kitchens and the cooking and the smoke with the charcoal. Outdoor cooking on the street sometimes in some of the village areas or more rural areas, and then the smoke from the burning of the trash or what have you. Those are issues that contribute to the air quality here in Rwanda. So it's just really important that I share that with people who may come and have a difficult time with it. So, like I said, bring your Zyrtec, bring your Claritin, bring your Flonase, bring your whatever it is that you use, all the good stuff that you have at home, Benadryl, because it's an issue. Rwanda is not the cleanest country in Africa when it comes to atmospheric pollutants and cleanliness in the air. And I don't know that there's too much they can do about it. Maybe some regulation on the age of the cars. Maybe they need to kind of start cutting back on the much older cars that put out more toxic pollutants into the air and emissions, because they don't manufacture cars here. I'm sure that that's a challenge that will be an uphill tackle, but it's worth it because I'm telling you, sometimes I'm like, I have got to get out here just so I can breathe. They have saunas here, they have steam rooms. Just would just need to make some time to go and sweat it out and blow it out and sneeze it out in a steam room. We use There are some bath bombs you can get, like eucalyptus and mint, you can use in your showers. Put them in there while you're taking a shower and let the steam, inhale the steam with the eucalyptus and the mint. These are suggestions for when you come. If you do want to move, don't not move to Rwanda because of this. Just know how to manage it. There are also, as I mentioned, the recommendation here, air purifiers. Get an air purifier for the home or for bedrooms that you put in the rooms at night with the windows closed, and let it just kind of filter and purify the air. Of course, masks are another option. And there are ways to get around it. Are able to watch Tour de Rwanda from where you are. We saw some bikers. Yes, there were two different biking events here last weekend and into like Monday. They closed the roads, and some of the roads around here, I believe, were closed. So yes, you can definitely watch the event. You could drive to some of the locations where they blocked the route for the bikers. We went to the supermarket. I can walk to the supermarket from here, just down this road or up this way, and it was so cool to see them with their bikes on the back attached to their vehicles and in their sports gear, whatever. It's really, really strong. Them legs, I'm telling you, you knew they were bikers. So yeah, it's visible here. It's available, and you could go see it in person or you could see it on the news. Cool, really cool. I don't know if there's another country as hilly as Rwanda, but I'm telling you, I think it would be incredible for some of the regular citizens who typically wouldn't be able to afford the entrance fees, and the costly bicycles that it takes to enter those contests. Some of the regular folk, you guys, that are just pushing, transporting people on their bicycles, transporting huge sacks of potatoes or bananas or plantains or bottles of beer. I mean, they transport some heavy stuff on their bicycles uphill. Okay. Tour de France, those folk have nothing on our Rwandan brothers and sisters except for the income to be able to enter the sport and get the money. It's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. When it comes to cleanliness, they got it on lock as far as the street cleaning is concerned and the aesthetics, but the air pollution is an issue if you are sensitive to um, to air quality problems, if you have asthma or significant allergies. And I just want to share that fact. I got some other things going on in my head. I might be back again today to share some other stuff that I think is quite important. Please like this if you like it, share it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Let's see, Anthony, what else we got? Major cities, yes, yes, that's true. From my okay, so you're saying you will find air pollution being bad in any major cities. From my last visit to Rwanda, I found the air in Musanze cleaner. Yes, it's a lot greener out there in away from the city. Yes, of course, it smells like spring there. I gotta go. I've heard there are quite a few things out there in Musanze, and it's more agricultural, I believe, a lot more rural than Kigali. And you make a very good point that I should say. Yeah, I am in Kigali, um, Kigali proper, pretty much. I'm probably about 15 minutes from the city center, and there are a lot more motorcycles and cars where I am. Of course, the farther you get out from the city center in any city, as you mentioned, or any state, you're going to get farther away from the things that are infusing pollutants into the air. So that is another thing to consider when it comes to looking for your home, if allergies are something that you struggle with. Very good point. Thank you for reminding me of that. Of course, we know that in the city, it's going to have much more pollutants. But I recommend getting an app to track it and know what's going on with the air quality wherever you're going if you're sensitive to that kind of thing. So I'm gonna get out of here. You guys, please like this, and I'll see you next time. Take care and have an amazing week. So thankful that you came.